Hi guys, welcome to Top Wisdom. Today's episode is about Tsotsi Novel. So I'm going to summarize this novel, which most of the grade 11 learn. This is a novel Tsotsi by Adolfo Fogart. Stay tuned and listen carefully. So if you wanna, maybe you wanna a summary that where I summarize chapter by chapter, which is chapter 1, chapter 2. You can check it out on the description. I've already made it. This is a very short summary for those who want short things and quick things. So guys, without wasting any time, let's begin. Summary. The novel provides insight into a street gang, crime and life in the townships. These are unnamed of apartheid South Africa in the late 1950s. It tells the story of the ruthless gangster and his gang of misfits who stalk the streets, causing pain, bloodshed and fear wherever they go. This narrative takes place over a period of 3 days. In his life, the third-person narrator, omniscient, gives us an inside view of the psyche and thoughts of each character. We can understand and sympathize with the points of view of many characters. Tsotsi, an informal word for a young and violent criminal, is a leader of the gang, and he kills easily without pangs of conscience. He shows no emotions, no compassion. He is ruled by instinct and the fear he instills in others. He lives only in the present, having repressed any memory of his past life, including his name. The story begins on a Friday evening with the gang killing a miner, Gamput Lamine, for its pay pocket. They return to the Soki's Shebin Tavern in Boston. The intelligent gang member pressurizes Tsotsi to tell the gang his real name and something about his past. Tsotsi initially ignores Boston, but eventually, after numerous questions about his soul, Tsotsi lashes out violently. He beats and kicks Boston close to death. Tsotsi runs away, desperately trying to escape the image of a beaten and broken Boston. Boston's words haunt him, telling him that one day he will feel empathy for another human being and he will not know what to do with those feelings. When he finally stops running, he finds himself in a neighboring white suburb and chooses to rest in a grove of blue gum trees. Tsotsi crosses paths with a woman carrying a shoebox. He plans to attack her. She realizes he is a Tsotsi and pushes the box into his hands and she flees. The box contains a newborn baby. In an ironic twist of fate, Tsotsi finds himself responsible for a baby who is utterly hopeless and vulnerable. He does not kill the baby and takes it back to his room in the township. Tsotsi knows what it feels like to be abandoned and alone. He was orphaned at the age of 10 and forced to join a street gang in order to survive. For the first time, he begins to feel compassion and concern for the baby and realizes that he cannot allow the baby to be forsaken as he once was. He decides to keep the baby and find a way to take care of it. Tsotsi's journey is redemption and forgiveness begins. He does not tell anyone about the baby. At first, he tries to care for the baby on his own, feeding it concerned milk and hiding it in the ruins. But the baby is ill and needs the care of a mother. Tsotsi forces Miriam, a woman with a baby of her own, to feed the baby. We see his character evolving. He asks for help and places trust in another person. His determination to save the baby overrides his roles of personal survivor. He begins to distance himself from the other gang members and allows his next victim, the crippled Maurice Chabalala, to live. He takes Boston back to his room and makes amends. The novel focuses on the internal conflict, the story in Tsotsi's head and heart. He changes He takes good care of the baby and gradually becomes humanized. Boston directs Tsotsi to God in an attempt to explain his change in character. Tsotsi visits the Church of Christ the Redeemer and meets Isaiah, who invites him in an evening church service. Tsotsi hides the baby in the ruins. In a tragic twist of bulldozers are sent in to clear the ruins and the priest near Tsotsi's shack. The morning after he has rediscovered himself as a David Mandondo, he dies in desperate attempt to save the baby from being crushed by walls as they are broken down by the bulldozers. So, this is it, guys. This is the summary of Tsotsi. As I've told you, this is a summary of Tsotsi, guys. So if you want a summary that contains chapter by chapter, which is a long summary, I usually call it a long summary. I've summarized it chapter by chapter. You can check the description there. And it's very important that you guys know the novel chapter by chapter. It's very important to get higher marks. So this is a short summary. So guys, I advise you to go and watch a long summary. So guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video and share the video.